Hi, Washington Middle School families. This is Mr. Holder, the band teacher. Actually, we also have a 2-for-1 special on band teachers this year. For the first few months, we also have a student teacher with us named Miss Quillen. This presentation is about the concert band, which is our first period class for 7th graders. A little bit about me. I always like knowing a little bit about the teachers that my kids have. So I actually grew up in Olympia, went to Olympia Public Schools, did band through school at Roosevelt Elementary School, started there in 5th grade, then went to Reeves and Olympia High School. And then 5 short years later, after I finished college, I was back as the band teacher at Olympia High School. So I did that for 6 years. And then I moved over to Jefferson Middle School, where I taught for 19 or 20 years. And just last year, I started at Washington Middle School. So this is my 2nd year at Washington. And that whole time, I've also been teaching 5th grade band for the last, this is year 28, I believe. So I bring kind of a wide range of teaching experience. I've taught the upper level kids, I've taught beginning kids, and now here we are in the middle. So I sort of know where kids start and I know where they're going to end up. I also try to bring some other perspectives to my teaching. I'm a parent. I have 4 kids, and all of them went to Washington Middle School. All of them were involved in band, at least for a short period of time. Some of them made it to the end of the band road. So I do have some perspective. If you have any questions on how to be a band parent, I know what that's like. And then also I do private instruction. I've taught some private trumpet lessons in the Olympia area for really the last 30 years or so. So I'm able to bring all those different perspectives. I'm a performer, a professional musician in the area. So I try to bring all those different perspectives to my teaching. A little bit about Miss Quillen. She's finishing up her flute studies and her education degree up at Western Washington University. And this is her final piece of her training as a band teacher. So briefly, there's a list of supplies in Schoology that you may have seen by now. Feel free to look at that, and it has some information on what you need for each particular instrument to have the best success for the year. There is a book that we're going to be using starting in about the 3rd week of school. It'd be great to have it. It's called Accent on Achievement Book 2. So those are available at local music stores, or you can get them online. Works well also. If any of those supplies or the book, if you have any questions or you need some help getting those supplies, please feel free to email. We'd be happy to help with that. We are hoping that this year we will actually have performances with an audience. Wouldn't that be amazing? We'll see. Hopefully that's going to happen. We're going to do a concert in December. We've got that on the calendar, and there's also a performance calendar linked in Schoology. We'll send one of those home, hard copy as well. So for the performances, we're going to try to look professional in uniform. So our uniform this year is going to be basically white on the top and black on the bottom. We'd like there to be a white long sleeve collared shirt or blouse, and then black dress pants and a long black skirt, or a long black skirt. And then we finish off the professional look with black shoes and black socks. I'm not sure if we've ever had a middle school band concert where everyone has black socks. This could be the year. And again, if you have any problem trying to locate that stuff, or if your family's in a tough financial position right now and you're unable to purchase those things, we do have a small stash of clothes at Washington Middle School that kids have left on purpose, not just left laying around, but on purpose, cleaned, and we have those available if you'd like to borrow them, or the school can also help provide that for you if that's necessary. Just wanted to make you aware of that early so you can check the closet, see if things are there and if they fit, and get out to the Goodwill or the stores and get some performance clothes. Hopefully we'll have a performance in December. Here's just a brief look at some of the things we're going to cover in class. In general, we want band to be fun. It's an elective class. Making music and playing an instrument should be fun. So if it's not fun for your student, please send me an email and we'll try to get that taken care of. We also are going to learn some things. So the 7th grade year is I've always pointed to that as the year where we try to kind of learn the most technique on your instrument. We try to complete the number of notes that they know, really add to the number of rhythms in their vocabulary. And the more that they learn, it's frustrating to learn those things sometimes, but it also adds to their enjoyment. The better they get, the more notes they know, the more rhythms they know, the more fun they're going to have. So that's one thing. We're really going to try to build technique this year. And many of these kids have not played in person with other musicians for a year and a half. So we have a lot of work to do learning again how to play in an ensemble, how to play together with others. So we'll spend some time doing that. And again, we're hoping we're going to be preparing for performances. We'll spend some time getting music ready for a concert. And I always think that learning an instrument is one of the best ways to develop grit. That concept of embracing challenges and looking forward almost to frustrations and conquering those frustrations and getting over those little speed bumps in your musical journey. I started playing trumpet in 1980 at Roosevelt Elementary School. And most every time I play the trumpet, I'm practicing or performing. There's definitely moments of fun and smiles and joy. There are also almost always moments of frustration. So playing a musical instrument is fun, but you're also sort of signing up for a lifetime of challenge. And we'll also do some talking about what's our why? Why are we doing this? Why are we playing an instrument? Why are we performing for people? What is it about music that makes it so important to us and so much fun? A little bit about grading. There's 4 categories that we'll have in the grade book. Mostly it's participation things. Class participation is 30% of the grade, just bringing your materials and actively participating in class. So it's important to be organized in that area. There is homework, so we're going to keep track of our practice in a practice notebook. We're not going to just grade strictly on the amount of time that students practice, but more how they practice, what their practice plan is, are they meeting their goals? And then there are in-class playing tests. We'll do some in-class playing tests. Those are meant to create tiny bits of stress to help motivate practice. If the stress becomes too high, if you're noticing that your musician is a little bit too stressed before the playing test, please let me know, and we can figure out something until they get a little more comfortable playing in front of others. That is a skill we want to develop as a musician. You want to be comfortable playing in front of others. And then we will hopefully have some concerts, and those concerts, concert attendance will be 30% of the grade as well. There is a performance schedule up on Schoology. If you could check those dates now, get them on the calendar and do your best to try to plan your lives around our concert needs, that would be terrific. If you do notice a conflict, just let me know as soon as possible and we can figure out a way to make up that part of their grade. One new opportunity for 7th graders is jazz band. And this is something that we did all last year on Zoom only. We never did jazz band in person. But traditionally, it's been done before school, a couple days a week. This year, we're going to try it on Wednesday mornings, probably from 8:15 to 9. And we'll probably start it around the middle to end of October. And any 7th or 8th grade band student that wants to be involved in jazz band, just show up at school at 8:15. And we'll learn some fun, different styles of music. There'll be more information coming out later specifically about that. Real quickly, some ways to help your musician. I know it can be complicated, especially if you weren't in a band or school music ensemble yourself. It's hard to know, how do I help? I don't know how to read the music. I don't know what it's supposed to sound like. I don't know how they're supposed to make a sound on it. The best thing you can do is just be encouraging. Encourage them, to embrace these challenges that are going to come up. Encourage them to stick with it. So if you can provide encouragement, that's always a great starting place. And also for practice, there's some logistics that have to happen. There needs to be kind of an organized space for your student to practice. A music stand, a chair, a place for their instrument that is safe, maybe safe from younger brothers or sisters or the family golden retriever, so the instrument can stay safe and they have a nice quiet place that they can practice. I guess it starts out quiet. It might not end up quiet once they start playing. And then ask your student questions. Ask them how it's going in band. Ask them what pieces of music they're learning. Request a concert. Ask them to perform for you occasionally. Feel free to ask them questions. Ask me questions along the way if you have those as well. Yeah, so finally, there's my email address, kholder@osd.wetnet.edu. I teach at 5 different schools. I've got Washington Middle School in the morning and 6th period. And then in the middle of the day, I'm out at 4 different elementary schools. So the best way to get a hold of me is by email. I'm checking my school district email several times a day. So if there's anything you need, if band is becoming not fun, if you have any concerns or questions, please feel free to reach out by email, and I'd be happy to help get those things taken care of. So I'm looking forward to a great year of making music together. Thanks for watching the presentation.